As you know, Congressman, the one goal of the Affordable Care Act was to push the healthcare industry to provide higher quality care at lower cost. And under the ACA, Medicare was recently allowed to change the way that it pays hospitals for hip and knee replacements to something called a bundle. And that means Medicare pays a set price for the care associated with hip and knee replacement, and then the hospitals, not Congress, will decide the most effective implants, reduce second surgeries, better fight infections, how to spend their money to deliver better service at higher cost. Now, I've supported this change because the research shows that it really means you get better care at lower prices. But I know the policy is controversial because it affects how hospitals are paid, which in turn affects how much money the manufacturers of these hip and knee replacements can make. And one of the companies is the company raised by Senator Franken, and that is Zimmer Biomet. They're one of the world's leading manufacturers of hip and knees, and they make more money if they can charge higher prices and sell more of their products. The company knows this, and so do the stock analysts. So on March 17, 2016, you purchased stock in Zimmer Biomet. Exactly 6 days after you bought the stock, on March 23, 2016, you introduced a bill in the House called the HIP Act that would require HHS Secretary to suspend regulations affecting the payment for hip and knee replacements. Is that correct?
I think the BPCI program to which I think you referred, I'm a strong supporter of because it keeps the decision making.
I'm not asking you about why you support it. I'm just asking, did you buy the stock, and then did you introduce a bill that would be helpful to the companies you just bought stock in?
The stock was bought by a broker who was making those decisions. I wasn't making those decisions.
Okay, so you said you weren't making those decisions. Let me just make sure that I understand. These are your stock trades, though. They are listed under your name, right?
They're made on my behalf, yes.
Okay. Was the stock purchased through an index fund?
I don't believe so.
Through a passively managed mutual fund?
No, it's a
through an actively managed mutual fund?
It's a broker-directed
through a blind
account.
Trust? So let's just be clear. This is not just a stockbroker, someone you pay to handle the paperwork. This is someone who buys stock at your direction. This is someone who buys and sells the stock you want them to buy and sell.
Not true.
So when you found out
That's not true, Senator.
Well, because you decide not to tell them, wink, wink, nod, nod, and we're all just supposed to believe that?
It's what members of this committee, it's the manner in which members of this committee, well, I understand that, but it's important to appreciate that that's the case.
Then I want to understand, when you found out that your broker had made this trade without your knowledge, did you reprimand her?
What I did was comply.
Found out that she made it.
What I did was comply.
Did you fire her? Did you sell the stock?
What I did was comply with the rules of the House in an ethical and legal and above-board manner and in a transparent way.
All right, let's just stipulate.
Time has expired, Senator Warren.
I believe Senator Murkowski went over by 2 minutes. Did I misread the clock here?
By 2 minutes.
I think that's what it was, and I've just burned another 15 seconds.
Well, keep burning them, and you'll be up to 2 minutes.
Okay. So your periodic transaction report notes that you were notified of this trade on April 4th, 2016. Did you take additional action that date to advance your plan to help the company that you now own stock in?
I'm offended by the insinuation, Senator.
Well, let me just read what you did. You may be offended, but here's what you did. Congressional records show that after you were personally notified of this trade, which you said you didn't know about in advance, that you added 23 out of your bill's 24 co-sponsors, that also after you were notified of this stock transaction, you sent a letter to CMS calling on them to cease all current and future planned mandatory initiatives under the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Innovation. And just so there was no misunderstanding about who you were trying to help, you specifically mentioned
2 minutes
hip
are up,
and knee
Senator Warren.
replacement.
Thank you.